Well, breathing and swallowing, it's something we don't think about until suddenly there's a problem. And that was the case this past weekend for a Wilson County deputy who started choking and could not breathe. Here's News 2's Andy Cordan with this life and death story.
This is Captain Scott Moore. He's a captain with the Wilson County Sheriff's Department. He has been in fights.
I've been in several physical altercations.
He even played collegiate basketball at UT.
Played against some big, tough people.
This guy's 6'11", 300 pounds. And you know what? Something this small, a pill, almost killed him. I hate to say this, but if your people aren't with you, I think you're not here today.
I would totally agree.
Sunday night, Captain Scott Moore takes a magnesium pill just before dinner.
I swallowed it. Didn't feel anything abnormal.
When the 46-year-old takes his first bite of chicken,
I felt something lodge in my throat.
he begins to choke.
Are you able to breathe at all?
Not at all.
Almost a minute passes.
I just started getting weak. I could feel it where I wasn't getting any air.
Moore says he's starting to fade.
Went to my knees. Someone putting a pillow over your head, you can't breathe, and just suffocating.
Thankfully,
Starting to freak out a little bit.
Moore's wife and son are home. His son is 7'2", able to pick Moore up and administer the Heimlich maneuver.
I wanted him to go as hard as he could, and I said, I don't care if you break every rib in my body, I want you to get it out.
It doesn't dislodge the obstruction, but it works enough to create a very small space so Captain Moore can draw breath. This is a picture of Scott Moore's esophagus. Normally, this is what the obstruction looks like, almost completely blocked.
My chest started hurting at that time. It started radiating down here to where now my chest is hurting. That's when I started getting even more worried.
Moore is rushed to the hospital, where doctors will extract both the magnesium pill and a piece of chicken.
It was just like a breath of fresh air. I mean, it was like the biggest relief that you've ever had.
Moore has never felt more alive.
We take a lot of things for granted. And one thing is breathing. You know, we just get so used to it and don't think about it till it's taken from us.
Or closer to his wife and kids.
And I owe it all to my wife and son.
This lawman's new crusade to raise awareness about choking and try and get an anti-choking device like this one into more people's hands.
Really crossed my mind that every household in America needs one.
So in June, Captain Moore is going to speak to nursing professionals throughout the state about this mechanism. But starting right now, he wants people at home to consider it. It could be the difference between life and death. In Wilson County, Andy Cordan, News 2.
Change in an instant. Glad he's okay, Andy. Thank you so much. Well, we reached out to Mid-South school systems about these anti-choking devices. No schools use it, with some telling us that's because it's not endorsed by the American Red Cross, which has not conducted any reviews or studies on those various products.